Hello there folks, SeKo Starcraft here, bringing you a fabulous ZVP. We have Root Minigun, and Please Nerf Toss is, from what I've been able to tell from the replays, actually Acer's Scarlett. Long game, we're going to start speeding it up here. This map seems to create really long ZVPs. Not exactly sure why, but it's alright. I like the names that Scarlett comes up with, their different ones. Toss Simba, Please Nerf Toss. I like it. Fun stuff. She was ahead of her time in her complaints. And obviously Root Minigun, no slouch. Very strong protoss player. I do like Team Root. Root for Root. Fun in itself. Minigun will come up here for a fairly early scout. It's going to be a little bit of a bugger. Why not? Pool does go down first. Minigun can break out just about any strategy at any time. Well, looks like it might be just a straight up Nexus first. Because the opponent went for a pool first, it's a little bit more risky. Pretty control out of the Protoss player. Ooh, nice sneaky. We'll get down that hatch. It is a Forge going down right after the Nexus. Zerg player does scout this. So we'll have an Overlord get into position. Few Lings have popped out. They're actually going to make a beeline across the map. Let's see if they can get any damage over here. But it will be a fugly wall going in on this spot. Cannon. Ooh. We'll get down just in time. Will she get this? I'm going to slow back down to regular speed. Man, great call out of Scarlett. She will only get in with 2 Lings, but I didn't think that that was even going to happen. Now just about trying to deny mining time as long as possible. 2 Lings aren't going to get too much damage in. But behind this she's getting up a 3rd hatch and just hitting the drones. Queens in production. Keeping these Zerglings alive a long time and effective, it becomes the big challenge. Is whether or not you can still macro well at home and then still keep the Lings going. Where's this cannon happening? Oh my. This is going to be out of the vision of Ms. Scarlett. Double cannons here. This might work. I mean, there's a lot of surface area on these cannons, so a bunch of Zerglings could go after it, but it wouldn't be a cost-effective fight. Great timing, because this hatch will finish up, likely just as these cannons do. Which means she will not be able to cancel it. Yeah, that's funny. She's still making drones here, so she might just completely write this hatchery off. There's just as much money invested from the Protoss player to kill it. Yep, and there's just another hatchery going down. So she's not taking that too hard. It's actually still kept these Zerglings alive. Lots of probes getting boosted out. So the Protoss player is actually ahead at the moment, but the Cybernetics core is obviously just kind of happening right now. If the Protoss player does this again, I'm going to laugh my ass off. Ass, prepare to be laughed. Oh, I was having a swig of beer at the time, so I couldn't laugh that hard. Oh man. Can't believe this. That's funny as hell. I'm surprised those kill eggs as fast as they do. She cancelled a couple of eggs. Might get the Overlord. I can keep that highlighted. She did lose an Overlord as well. Wow. This is working out way more effective than I thought it would be. Double Evo is going down right now. I actually had his probe trapped in there. He had to make something else to push his probe out. And more cannons. It's just one cannon this time, though, and a Zealot. There's another cannon. Wow, this is crazy. These drones are just going to have to go back home. There's no attacking units out for Scarlett right now. This is the weakest point she has in her game. And a lot of people have pointed this out, is that Scarlett, for being just a total beast later on, in the late game, sorry, in the early game, is when she's weak against these really silly strategies. Bunch of Lings finally coming out now. This queen gotta stay alive. But back at home, we have Void Ray popping out first. Might just be to try to keep safe. gonna lose another hatch here. 30 Zerglings, speed just finishing up, 1-1 on the way. I don't know. The Void Ray out, I don't think she can really go after this here. I think this actually, I would say this was very successful for Minigun. This shut down so much. 8 kills, 9 kills. Lots of death. One Phoenix, more just scouting, but it is a real Phoenix, not hallucination. Still a big pile of Lings. I'm sure what we're going to be what Scarlett is expecting is another Nexus that she was going to cancel. These two Void Rays might just sneak around though and kill the Nexus again. So many Lings. We actually have pathogen glands happening right now. Very interesting style coming out from Scarlett. We'll see if she can deal with this game. Like if she, I'd say she's pretty far behind right now. Her third base super delayed. Economy wise, she's behind the Protoss player. Tech wise, I would argue she's far behind. She does have 1-1 finished, but we already have Colossus tech being made and tons of gateways. So it looks like a really, really powerful timing is coming out. 2 base timing. This hatch is going to have to be cancelled. There's only 3 queens here. Not quite enough to deal with all these units. Man, this is so successful. This is going to give people bad ideas when they watch this game. It's, oh, I can cannon rush at the 8-minute mark. Why not? It works. I saw Minigun do it against Scarlett, and it worked. Not necessarily the most cost-effective approach to attack here. Not much surface area for the Zerglings. But she does have 1-1 finished up to the 0-0 of her opponent. She's losing quite a few Zerglings against that though. I don't know if that was really worth it. It's probably just frustration on her part though. This is still up here. This is just starting again. More Zerglings. And now the Infestor's coming out. Burrow at least is going down. That's pretty fun. There is a Robo attack, but it's already pumping out Colossus. I don't know if there's any observers on the map. Doesn't look that way. And I mean, Minigun's in a fantastic position right now. Up in economy, double Colossus production, having down this 3rd Nexus nice and early. It's now about these fungals to try and lock down bits of the army here, but it won't kill off these air units that quickly. Only thing really that's on the mind of Scarlett here is to try to keep at least it on like even bases. Super fungal? Oh no, it's actually going to be super infested Terran. +1 attack on these Colossus might actually be able to do pretty good. A lot of the Protoss units have been killed off, but the Colossus should do just fine here. And the Nexus will get up, no problem. Oh, actually, oh, it does save the Mothership Core. That'd have been an alright snipe. Big lead now for Minigun. Nexus stays alive. Tech is in a great spot. Double Colossus still moving. Thermal Lance about to be done. And making 3 probes at a time. Scarlett, on the other hand, she's not that far behind workers. I thought she'd be further behind. More queens on the way. That's what she's going to use to try to deal with this army. Some random Warp Prism play will actually grab... Oh, bad fungal shot there. 2 bad fungal shots. Costs a little bit too much to be wasting those fungals on nothing. And it's just going to hide over here. He'll be back later. Minigun feels like he might want to move out. It might be able to cancel that, their 3rd base, or kill it once again. 4 Colossus. Infested Terrans clean this up, but now she has no energy to really defend this base. There is a supply block right now. Corruptor's on the way. These units are going to have to run. There you go. Does run them out of there. Bit of clumpage happening. Some good fungal opportunities. Both players are supply blocked. Loses that base. Not too worried about it. More warp-ins into the main. Might actually get the spawning pool here. +1 is finished. I think that'd be one thing I could criticize against Minigun, despite having a baller strategy, is that his upgrades been really delayed, more focused on the units. Spawning pool's already been started. Scarlett knew she was going to lose that. Pretty good sized army, and there's always a recall in this as well. Does have an observer to pick off some creep tumors. We do have the ranged attack on the ground, so we might be seeing swarm hosts come out here pretty soon from Scarlett, just as some way to try to hold this army back and be cost effective. That's something you can do as a protoss, as a zerg player when you're behind or ahead, is make swarm hosts. Both ways do work. Trying to hunt for that warp prism with some of these corruptors, +1 attack happening, 7 more corruptors on the way. I'm very impressed that Scarlett's pumped out this much tech units as well as she did. This base just finished up, you can tell by the long distance mining drones that are just getting in there. So Scarlett still playing like a boss, but she's got a ways to go here. Should spot this army now. The Void Ray's plenty good enough anti-air to deal with corruptors. A little bit of poor unit control. I don't know if she can survive this. This is a pretty tough army. Minigun's just about maxed out. Void Rays, Colossus. The only thing that he doesn't have is good upgrades. That's about it. Well, actually beeline it out of there. Which I think that's Scarlett either upset or kind of questioning why. And honestly, this is giving Scarlett a bit of time to get back into stuff, because there hasn't been a kill move out of the Protoss player here. That's going to give her a chance. She got her 4th base just about finished. Well, it is finished. Got the gas moving. Hive on the way. Still moving along with her upgrades there. This is for the Flyer Carapace. More Corruptors. So she's doing pretty good. I mean, she's doing really good considering, I think, how far behind she was. What are we at now for gateways? No, only 10 gateways. Maybe one Oracle in this mix might be nice, just to cast the reveal on all of these units, just to know where they're at. Queen of Lings, I'm sorry. Gonna run around, look for opportunities to pick a few things off. Making a few more drones. She's going up to just about 80. We'll actually pick off some of these zealots and snipe a warp prism. Always good. And I think maybe Minigun's playing a little bit too defensive here. Maybe he doesn't think he's as far ahead as he was with the damage he had. I mean, he's got a pretty sick unit comp, other than his upgrades are really, really behind. Ultralisk Cavern on the way, +3 attack. We have a Zelut run by on this side, but having 1-0 against, what, 2-2? 3-2 here pretty soon. Creep does reveal this. Scarlett sees it pretty fast. We'll come over here and deal with this. Well upgraded Link should deal well. I don't know if she's gotten the adrenal glands. Where is her spawning pool? She had to remake it. She does not yet. A little bit surprising, when she's got that many Zerglings still as part of her comp. Pretty sick here. The Dark Shrine is happening, and we'll see if that works out well or not. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit of a secret. I don't think there's spores and spines in every base, so we might be able to get in a little bit of shenanigans. A nice aggressive base. I do like that a lot. Yes, you can get so many infested Terrans out of just a small amount of sharking infestors. It's good to put them on hold position, though. You can see a bunch in the back aren't shooting. They move so slow that you might as well. 1-1 Corruptors. Adrenal Glands is on the way, along with all the other relevant melee upgrades. 5 DTs. He's actually splitting some up here. Some going to this base, some going to the other one. This might get in a fair bit of damage. I didn't see a lot of detection in this army. You can obviously hit them with fungals. We'll see how good that can get done here. There's spores and spines heading at the new base, but these ones might get pretty ravaged. He's actually going to go straight for the hatches. Lots of queens. They might not make it there in time to transfuse, though. Ah, they're not. Gets that one, but this base was cancelled. The army is moving in at the same time. DTs are so good at just pulling everything out of position and being just such an annoyance. Once again, Minigun looks a little shy to go in and push in with this. Is getting out Immortals. The counter, of course, to the Ultras. Still lots of Void Rays in here. Some Storms. DTs are wailing away at this base. No, there's just Spines here. There's no detection. There's the detection. But the the Spine Crawler did die. So that's not going to help too much. Zerglings should be able to clean this up just in time. Minigun still being a little hesitant to go and, do some heavy damage. Still relying on harassment. And I don't know what else he really wants. He's not getting his upgrades right now. He's got a huge bank. I don't know why he's been really lax on his upgrades when he's got all these extra resources kicking around. I mean, he's got at least one forge. Probably could use the second one and just really start pushing huge. It looks like the hatch did go down here, actually. So maybe that's something. But now Scarlett is maxed. She's got a creep spread going good. She's got just about all the tech she needs, other than, I think, her Greater Spire. Which I might be expecting a second Spire to go down soon. These Zealots are still 0-1-1 against 3-3 Lings with Adrenal Glands. It's a pretty sick Void Ray fleet, but that's what the Fungals are there for. And Scarlett, other than whiffing a few earlier today. Oh, yes. Is that enough to kill them? Great Fungal hit. So many High Templars there. Great hit. Another big pile of Zealots sitting around the other side. Still not much for static defenses here. Scarlett's been really good at reacting so far, though, to what's going on around the map. So it looks like she should be able to come home and deny that. Wouldn't mind seeing just a couple more stacked defenses in some of these bases. At least, well, she does have detection here, so that helps. DT's going down. There's no detection here to deal with that, and DTs will actually do a pretty good job against Ultras. Kills off that Nexus before it can even get cancelled. These might get sniped here. No detection. Don't mind me. It's not enough fungal damage to be worth revealing and shooting just yet. Would be pretty sick Fungals if she could hit them, though. Zealot's actually cleaning out creep here. Looks like this base will go down in a heap. Scarlett a little bit down in supply here. It doesn't look like she knows what she wants to really max out on here yet. Did she get Greater Spire yet? No, she didn't. Otherwise, I'd say maybe she wants to max out on Broodlords. Got a bit of a flank coming in here. This is interesting. See how long these Corruptors last. He's trying to wait for at least the over... No, he's not using the overcharge. Yes, he has. It's just done by now. Incoming the Queens. Trying to hit those transfusions on the Corruptors. Gotta cast the Fungals here. Corruptors will just barely live, it looks like. There are Archons now as part of this composition. There's not much on the ground, though, for the Zerg player. Making more Lings and Ultralisks. The Lings are just going to be good for harass. Against this army, they'll just melt. Lots more Dark Templars. Spending a lot of money on DTs right now. Obviously, you got that movement speed boost. Do very well. I think that if the Zerg player was on 3-3, which should very well be at this point, that fight would have went a lot different. Particularly like 3-3 Archons against a Corruptor Cloud just dissolve. They don't even melt. They just evaporate into new things. The DT harass has been good at keeping Scarlett off of, more bases. Her supply is down a lot right now. See if she can take a good fight, though, against this Archon force. I don't think she can. Pretty good storms are hitting a lot. There's nothing to lock down a lot of this army. Just the upgrades, I think, are doing so well. Good transfusions on the Ultras are keeping them alive as long as possible, but she's out of energy now. That fight should not have been won by the Zerg player at all. Just really, really good upgrades. takes Minigun down quite a bit. Minigun's through his bank. Look at the gas for Scarlett here. 4,000 gas. Big observer flock. Some more DTs. Going to go for some harass. Still no stack defenses in position. Scarlett can't really afford to do anything too much on that side of things, though. This base still got pretty good minerals here. Same with this one. So it's not as though the Protoss player's in risk of just going completely south again. Now he's focusing on getting his Void Ray fleet back up and going. Down to, I think, 4, making 3 more at a time. That plus some Tempests, I think, would be really smart. Something with some range, something that does a lot of damage against the Ultras and the Broodlords. Actually using a Zealot to clean up some creep. I think that's wise. More Zealots flying in on the side. Army's kind of going again here. He doesn't not want to get hit by a big fungal and locked into this spot, though. Pretty good transfusions, but these queens haven't rebuilt a lot of their energy yet. These Void Rays are just ripping them apart. I don't know. I think Scarlett's in a lot of trouble here. Muta switch. Now that I did not expect. See, I don't know why, even though you don't have vision, they don't get hit by splash damage, DTs, when you're attacking stuff. Phoenix has now been made 3 at a time. The upgrades, though, for the Zerg player Air is already at 2-2 with +3 on the way. So this, well, it's 1-1-1 army. Let's see if this can get Scarlett back into it. I'm a bit reluctant to think that it will. But she should be able to get a big pile of damage in regardless. Gets herself a couple of free Colossus here. Pretty good storms. These Mutas are actually doing tons of work. I think there's an Archon maybe underneath. So she loses a bunch of them, but look at all the damage she got done so quick. Still making more Mutas. Sometimes the Muta switch is good for just a short period of time. Photon overcharge does go down. So many Mutalisks. That's the beauty of having a giant gas bank. More Zealots going for a run by, but Mutas obviously have a ton of mobility. A little bit of bad control there out of Minigun. Loses a couple of his Phoenixes. You need to get that Phoenix fleet up if you're going to deal with this many Mutas. There's just one Archon in here, and he's getting focused down. This is really bad for Minigun. His air army is so much trouble. Lost all of his valuable Colossus and Archons. Queen's back out, moving creep. Does spot the Zealots. There's so many, was this 3-2, 2-2, almost 3-2 Mutas here. Should be able to keep this hatch alive. It's going to be close. No, there's so much DPS there. We'll keep it alive. Phoenix number is starting to climb now, and that's going to be about unit control. I did see the Fleet Bacon go down. I don't know if he's gotten the range out from it yet. There's the Bacon. He has not. So, now let's look at the economy situation. These mineral patches, still about half of them there. Same with these. So, the Protoss isn't terrible. This base might just get routed here, though, if she did go for this. Only 2 pylons powering a lot of cannons. More DTs. Moving into Corruptors and Zerglings. Might just be able to snipe this hatch straight off here. There's detection nearby, but there... Yeah, it looks like he'll get this hatch, no problem. Got a few infestors here, though. If he can get a great fungal on this Phoenix flock, he'll be able to just crush them all. Still no more upgrades other than getting the Anion Pulse Crystals. God, what a stupid name. Zerglings going for a run by. They do have adrenal glands. We'll see if they can break this base. I don't know if they can. We do actually have a supply lead, I think, for the first time in a while from our Zerg player. It'd be nice to move some detection with this flock, though, just so we can take out any roaming units. Zerglings will run by, and there's no Colossus to be able to go up onto the high ground, so I might actually be able to get a little bit of damage in here. Ooh, big fungal! He's not going to go after it, though. Only a couple High Templars and no Storms. That might have been a great opportunity for him. He's going to try to get this Dark Shrine. There's one DT in here messing around. He does go for a burrow. I don't know if the Protoss player is paying attention to that. Still big pile of Zealots just looking for a base to snipe off. But Scarlett's kind of back up in a good spot. If you look at the income, pretty even, other than the Protoss taking in a lot more gas right now. These units are alive. Picking off both of these tech structures would be incredible. Only one Infestor here, though. Wouldn't mind seeing a few more. Getting that lockdown is pretty sick. It's a big fleet of Phoenixes, but they are way behind in upgrades. Some High Templars. I don't know how many Storms there are in here. She still hasn't unburrowed these. Going for a pure air zerg right now. Just Corruptors and Mutas. And one Observer right in the middle of it. Seeing everything. Waiting for these. There we go. Oh, and the High Temple, the DT does recognize. So we're just going to run out. High Temple, DTs move so quickly, but look how quick some Zerglings with Adrenal Glands cut through things here. And burrows down again. Couple pylons just for insurance going down in the base. This Phoenix flock is awesome, but it's only as good as the Zerg player is in the air. Once they get transitions down into another ground army, it'll be pretty tough. We'll see if we can get some good Storms here. That's really what's going to be the victory for this. Storm actually hits quite a bit there, but he does pick off the Immortal that was trying to snipe the hatch. Not much of a ground army that's got any range here. Zerglings just beeline it through. That's kind of funny. This is the amount of Zerglings I think might be able to take that base. But this army actually... Oh, Storms! Those Storms were so good. And there's still more Storms available. Those Mutas just have to run. They can't fight this. Oh, that looks like they're going to try. Oh, no. We see Scarlet supply just plummet, but there's not much on the ground right now for the Protoss player in the same vein. Double Archons going down over here, as well as a Photon Overcharge. So I don't know. The Zerg player just... Now, well, still got some minerals to move off on these bases, but so close to being mined out. Is throwing down some emergency spores because the Phoenixes have to make some use of themselves here. Burrow. 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 No, you're not going to burrow, are you? I don't think she can recover from this. Protoss player's at least making some money. Oh, here we go. Oh, misses. Gets one fungal. Just enough Phoenixes make it out though to pick up the rest of the Infestors, and that's might be it. I don't know if she's really got enough. There's the GG. Oh, so close. I was cheering for Scarlet so hard. She was so close. Just couldn't dodge them Storms. SeKo Starcraft, thanks everybody for watching. We'll talk with you later.